A quick word. I'm excited to announce my new channel, GHOSTIE Boys. The GHOSTIE Boys are Tyler, Madison, and Maria, a team of kid paranormal investigators and their moms. We'll be visiting locations and following local legends, exploring all things supernatural, along with learning the history of our adventure locations.
Shut up and sit down.
And don't walk on the graves.
The channel trailer is now up. Be sure to support the venture by subscribing. I know it won't be everybody's cup of tea, but the link is listed in the description. And don't forget to hit the bell to receive notifications when new videos are uploaded to the channel. As a lot of the week's editing time went to setting up this new channel trailer, this week's personal story chapter is just a bit shorter, so we'll call it Personal Stories Chapter 13 and a half. I chose this story this week as she is a long-term member of our support group for the Mandela Affected and is now celebrating her 1-year anniversary of waking up. So T, this is to you. Thank you for sharing your story, and like always, if you have your own Mandela Effect personal story, be sure to send it to us at jinxeffect@gmail.com to appear in a future video. Now let's get started. Story 1, T. Hello, I too have been Mandela affected. I'm a college-educated 51-year-old woman residing in Colorado, and I've been a certified massage therapist for almost 12 years. I clearly see the anatomical changes now, which seem to still be occurring with the 6 new holes that we have acquired in our skulls in the last few days. I'm still a bit boggled about how it took so long to notice it. Whoa, just whoa. I'm also a Christian, and I'm watching my Bible change on a daily basis. This is undeniable fact in my mind, not to mention the pop culture references and differences, which seem to reveal a lot of hidden symbolism. I see it. It's so hard for me, as empathetic as I am, to see most of the people that I care for all around me not see it too, including the man that I thought I would be marrying in the near future. He's made it quite clear to me that he is not on board with this whole Mandela thing. Fortunately, I do have a small support system that also sees the difference, including 2 of my 3 children. The realization of what is happening came to me on February 7th of the year 2017, which would have been my mother's 77th birthday. My mother died in 2002 after a battle with bone cancer. My father died the following year. My parents were divorced when I was quite young, but both of them were present in my life. Believe it or not, I was reading to my father out of his book on parallel universes in the days and hours before he slipped into eternity from his coma. I know a little bit about spooky action at a distance. I'm familiar with the concept of string theory. I pretty much figured it out rather quickly once the scripture reference to the lion and the lamb were pointed out to me, thanks to a video that I watched from Anonymous. It all started falling in place from there. Between my understanding of quantum physics, theology, and anatomy, I knew what was happening. A few days later, I decided to test my theory of quantum entanglement and Googled my mother's maiden name, her birthday being the day I was awakened. It seemed fitting. Background. My mother was married 5 times in my reality, and my siblings and I were the result of her first 2 marriages. She never had children with her other 3 husbands, as complications with the birth of my younger brother left her unable to have more children. Much to my surprise, not only did my search lead me to believe that she's still alive here, I say lead me to believe, as I concede that this could be a mere illusion, and residing in California, but that she was only married 3 times. The names of her last 3 husbands, as well as her offspring that never existed in my reality, are listed as her family members. According to my research, not only did she not marry the first 2 husbands, the only children she gave birth to were the ones that were listed. She is still listed on my birth certificate, and I have copies of both her birth and death certificates. I have many pictures from childhood and beyond to prove that she is indeed my mother. Needless to say, this freaks me out. My brothers are dismissing my findings, and my sister's battling cancer, and I do not want to add to her suffering. There's part of me that wants to seek out my mom and verify with my own eyes that she's indeed alive here, but at this point, I have chosen to just let it be. Honestly, how do you tell someone, hi, you don't remember me, but I'm your daughter? There are so many other observations I've had in my time of being awake, but this particular one is monumental. Thank you for giving me an outlet to tell my story, as most people in my daily life are either unwilling or unable to relate. In all sincerity, T. As T celebrates her 1-year anniversary of waking up, It reminds me how many of us there are, and that we're huge in numbers, and that we're not alone.
I've been carrying